What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So if you came to learn how to trade options on Webull's 4.0 desktop platform, well, you came to the right place. And if you didn't know already, you can get a free stock up to $1,600 in value when you sign up and deposit $100 into a brand new Webull account with the link in the description and pinned comment below. But in all seriousness, guys, Webull sent me this stuff and I thought it would be a fun little intro for the video. We're gonna jump into my computer, we're gonna go over the new desktop platform. It's a new platform. I've been using it now every day for about 2 to 3 weeks. I've been enjoying it. I have some other videos going over different layouts, different other things for the platform, and there will be more coming out in the future. So let's just jump in and talk about how to trade options on this platform. All right, so here we are inside of the Webull Desktop 4.0 platform. Now this is one of the new platforms Webull's actually kind of unveiled. I'm using a Mac, but it's very similar on PC, Mac, whatever you want to use. And this, I previously had been using a lot of the web app, but now I actually went with the software, and I've been running it pretty smoothly over the past couple of weeks. If there are some quirks, I will point those out to you, but I actually have reached out to Webull on a couple little things that I've noticed, and I've actually sent that in to have them take a further look at. But really quick, this is my custom layout. So you can create these custom layouts very quickly by going to this plus and creating a new layout. I have my custom layout here for swing trading, and that's primarily what I do, and so that's why I use it. So like, you guys can customize all this, and I actually have a video out. If I don't have it already, it will be coming out very, very soon on how to actually do this if you want to check that out real quick. But this is an options focused video, so that's what we're going to talk about here. And actually, we're going to actually talk about an option play that I wanted to talk about, or I was actually looking to enter this morning and see this little spike here. We'll talk about what happened there. And so when this video comes out, it's going to be, I guess, a little bit delayed from what actually happens here with DraftKings. So DKNG is DraftKings. So if you guys aren't familiar, sports betting platform pretty much. And as that becomes more widely available in more and more states, I think this is actually going to be a great stock, I think, longer term. But for the near future, I was looking to get into DraftKings. Football season has just started and gotten underway, and so we actually dipped down this morning, and then this was actually news of an agreement that now DraftKings has entered into with ESPN, which is significant news and why the stock is up, over 11%, which we can see right here on the day. So I was eyeing some options. Now I'm going to pull up this option chain. I'm going to explain really quick before we jump into that. If you don't know where to find that and you're not sure how to get to that, all you have to do, so all these little blocks here that kind of highlight up are widgets. And so it's right here on the top right where you go to add widgets. And it's going to be right in this first section where it says quote, and you can add the option widget right here. Now I already have this. Now all you have to do to get it the way that I have it, see I have it set up with the chart. All you have to do is drop that into the widget already. So now I have 2 option widgets pulled up, which we don't actually need to have 2 option widgets. So I just deleted one, and now we have the option widget with the chart. So you can do that, or you can have it on the separate section. So like if I wanted to have the option chain pulled up on the right-hand side, I could totally do that as well, and that's just up to your customization. But here's how I like to have it. Just for me, it works better for me. And so what we have here is the strike price coming down the middle. We have calls on the left, and we have puts on the right. Now you can, again, customize how you want to put this up. You can just select all calls, puts. So it could be a little more streamlined if that's how you like it, but I like this little calls and puts, having both of them kind of available to view. Now, what we can also do is adjust the strikes. So if I wanted to see more than just these strikes, if I wanted to look at 10 strikes, it's going to show me I can select 10 strikes. It's on the left-hand side. I can have 30. I can have as many strikes as I want to have, and I can scroll through that. So I'm going to keep it simplified just to 10. And then what we can also see here is, this is for DraftKings, obviously. We can also see we can go through different expiration dates. This is the expiration date here on the left-hand side. And real quick, if you guys are not familiar with how this kind of works, how options kind of work, and a basic overview of how to trade options, I have a video going over how to trade options on Webull and how to trade options on Robinhood on the channel. Go back and check those videos out real quick, because the beginning of those videos, they talk more about, okay, what is going into, how a call is priced, how a put's priced, how you make money on a call, how you make money on a put. So go back to that and check that out, because that's going to be very beneficial. This is just kind of show you guys the platform and how it works. So right here, of course, we see, now I was eyeing these earlier. Now I was, of course, didn't anticipate the ESPN news, so I kind of missed out. And had I made the trade earlier today, I would have actually done very, very well, because we can see that today alone, look at these percentage change on some of these options here on the call side, because we've had a pretty big move to the upside. I was actually looking at 44 or 45 strike price, but we've had some significant movement to the upside on these. So I was looking at these when they were well under $2. So on these 45, so that's crazy. But again, with a call, right, we have the stock price. If the stock price goes up, generally, right, you're going to see the call price is going to go up. And when it comes to trading options, you're really just trading based on these right here, which is the option premium. So we have the bid and we have the ask, similar to how a stock is traded. And we have the last price here on the left-hand side. So based off of those things, that's how you trade these. That's how you trade options. It's essentially like you're trading a stock, except the option contract that you're trading. Like, for example, let's say we wanted to trade the 45, right? The 45 strike price, which is right here. Well, we're going to be trading, the 45 strike price. So right now, it's going between 260 and 255. So if I wanted to buy this right now and have that order immediately get filled, pretty much, I would put an order in for 260. If I wanted to put it at the bid, and maybe it takes a second or two for that to actually fill, or maybe you have to wait for a little slight pullback, I can put it in at the bid, or I can put my own limit price if I would like to do that as well. So if you want to place an order, what you got to do is click on this section, right? Click on the actual option that you would like, okay? So we're going to click on this. It's going to have a buy symbol right here. Once we click on it, you can even click on the left-hand side, or you can have it right click as well, and you can have a couple different things. You can put it into your watch list. You can put a buy or a sell, whatever you would like to do. So let's just click on the buy for right now, and we're going to pull up, we have the 44. So let's pull up the 44 strike. You can change that, of course, very easily inside of this order entry. But we want to make sure that we have the symbol right, because here's the thing. When this comes up, sometimes you'll have a situation where the symbol won't be matching, and that is why you need to make sure that you always set this as a group. So set this as a group to group 1. Now, I explained this more in the layout video. What that means is really you want to make sure that all of these, see this little 1 up here in blue, everything is set as a group. So when I change it on one spot, let's say I want to change it to SPY, everything is going to change to SPY. Okay, and if I want to go back to DraftKings, right, all I have to do is change it in one spot and everything's going to go back to DraftKings. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And it's going to show you the symbol here just so you don't get confused, but just make sure and confirm with that symbol before you do make that trade. So again, we have the 44 strike price, we have the expiration date, because we were only looking at here the September 18th. So at the time I'm filming this video, it's September 18th, 2020 is the Friday that these are going to expire. We have a call looking to buy. Of course, if you want to change that, you can change these things, in this order entry. You don't have to just rely on this. And we're doing a limit order. And so the way a limit order works is you're going to specify a limit price. And so right now for these contracts, we're seeing the bid is at 360, the ask is at 380 because the stock price is actually going up a little bit more. And so if you wanted to just confirm that you're going to get filled right away, you could just simply come in and make put in a market order, and that's going to fill you right away at some point in between the bid and the ask, potentially closer to the ask. If you wanted to put a limit order and maybe wait for like a slight dip or for a quick little fill, then all you have to do is put the specified price you would like there, and then of course you can have the time and force, which we have selected here as a day. And one other thing to note here is the quantity. So if you're someone who's not super familiar with how options works, this is going to be interesting. So, okay, you're trying to think to yourself, okay, if this is going to cost me $3.60, why is the amount showing up down here on the bottom showing me $3,600? Well, actually, you're buying 10, so you would think, okay, I'm buying 10. Multiply this by 10, right? It should be $36. Well, you have to multiply that by 100 at the end of it. So you take the price, the limit price or whatever market price you're going to be buying for the premium of this option. Okay, you multiply by the quantity of contracts you want to buy, and then you multiply that total that you have that multiplied number already, so at 36, by 100, because an option is you buying the option to buy 100 shares of this stock of DraftKings at the specified strike price, so at $44. Now, most people when they trade options, they are just going to be trading based off of this premium price. So they're pretty much looking to buy at 360, and maybe my price target on a quick day trade is 400, and I'm looking to go in with a trade of $3,600, and I'm going to try to get out at 4,000, and that is it, and I'm looking to get out. And so that may be how people trade, or you could be swinging this, or you could be trading this for a little bit longer term, for a couple days, or if you want to buy something that's further out, it's generally going to cost you a lot more if you buy it further out, but you can also go with that approach as well. But one of the biggest things is that you just need to make sure you understand how this price is being calculated down here, and so you're not surprised if you spend more money than you thought you were. And that's a common misconception that a lot of new option traders have, because they just didn't know how this works. Another really cool feature here that Webull does offer, so see this little table section, that's what we're looking at here. You can go to the graph section, and this is going to be really, really cool, because it's going to show you where the current break-even price is right here. So another really common misconception that a lot of people have when it comes to trading options is that, I have to get to a break-even price of $47.60 for this to make me money, but the stock is currently trading here, right now at $46.55, right? That's what we're seeing. So, why is that the case, and why can I break even sooner? Yes, you actually can. And so, so if you're going to pay $3.60, like I was saying right here, for this option, this is also another way to enter your order, and it's a little more visual, which I like a lot. If you're going to pay, right, $3.60, which essentially means your break even is that this option, the stock price must be $47.60 by Friday, by the expiration date that you have here, okay? By that expiration date, by the end of the trading hours on that expiration date, for you to actually make money. Now, why is this a misconception? Because you don't actually have to have, if this was to happen sooner, if the actual stock price, which is sitting right here at 46.43 right now, if this stock price goes to 47 today, you're probably going to be profitable on this trade because it happens sooner. This is just kind of showing you where it needs to be by the end of the actual expiration date for this to be a break-even trade, for you to get your money back, for you to be able to sell this contract and get that $3.60 or that $3,600 back into your account. And what's also interesting is that, we follow this ladder up to the upside, right? This is showing us, where is our max risk, or what are we risking versus what's our potential reward here on this, which is, I think, is very, very helpful to see. We know when we're buying an option, worst case scenario, we lose the entire initial investment. So we could, worst case scenario, lose $3,600 if this was to expire out of the money. And so when I say out of the money, what does that actually mean? Well, if this expires below the current strike price, which is right here, by the end expiration date, by this Friday the 18th, if it expires under 44, we have essentially no value. Now, you could sell it prior to that date and still recoup some value, but that's what it's telling you. Now, to the upside, this is where it gets kind of fun, and you can kind of see if DraftKings goes up to 54 right by the expiration date, well, you're going to have a profit here of over $6,000, which is pretty cool. But what I also want to say is that if it gets to 54 before the expiration date, let's say it gets $54 today, or let's say tomorrow, you're going to make significantly more money, because guess what? There is still the time factor, and there's still a lot of other factors that go in to the option. So there's the gamma, the delta, there's the Greeks, as we say. There's a lot of things that go into it, which is a lot more complicated than it has to be for someone who's just looking to get a sense of how the platform works. But understand that, and so hopefully that kind of helps you visualize. Just understand that these numbers that they are giving you is come the expiration date. So come the end of the day on the 18th, if you're sitting at, if the stock price is sitting at this price, here's your profit. If the stock price is sitting here, you're technically going to be down this much. Just know that going in. So hopefully that was beneficial, and really hopefully you guys can see, how this layout is really helpful. I like this graph layout for sure when it comes to placing an order. I think it's very, very helpful, and having it kind of pull up this screen in the bottom here, while you can also still see the price of the stock, you can still see kind of where the price of the the contract you're looking for is moving, and you can kind of get a visual representation of a lot of things. And I think it's very helpful, and it's a pretty cool platform, a significant upgrade to at least what they have had. So again, if you want to learn more about how these are priced in, how to make money trading these things, please refer back to my other video going over how to trade options on Webull or even Robinhood. In the beginning of those videos, I do go into a more in-depth explanation of how all the pricing works, what happens if you buy a call, a put, things like that. And again, make sure you don't miss out on grabbing that free stock up to $1,600 in value down below. All you have to do is deposit $100 into your Webull account, get signed up, the links in the pinned comment and description, and you're also going to get access to this thing right here, which is NASDAQ Level 2 market data, which is really cool. It's going to show you just beyond the bid and the ask for the actual stock price, and that's going to be free for the first 3 months of your account opening. Hopefully that was helpful. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss any more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.